Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Today, we're discussing a watch that was originally made in an 88-piece limited edition. This example sold in 2015 in white gold. This is the Roger Dubuis Excalibur Flying Tourbillon. It is big at 45 millimeters. It's got a lot of presence, and that's just the diameter. 16.7 millimeters thick and from lug tip to lug tip, 55.6 millimeters. It doesn't have a specific lug spacing because it uses a proprietary strap and a triple lug junction. The strap's an interesting piece. It's one of the few leather straps you'll encounter that's designed to be cut to a length, and you can see there are many perforations already built into it for sizing. The clasp features several different anchoring points. You can use your strap tool to re-anchor the strap inside the clasp. It is a fascinating looking clasp with the Roger Dubuis monogram on it. You'll also find that on the inside of the clasp, so there's a lot of attention to detail here. It is a single fold deployant. It's got a twin trigger release just like that. Press the two triggers, it pops open. It gives you a lot of security against accidental deployment, and you will want that because this is a very heavy watch. A little serration pattern common to the Excaliburs. You can see it's mirrored in the bezel itself. Difficult to express on my wrist how this wears, but if you take a quick look and then you throw it on my wrist, you can see it's too big for me. So I think you need a wrist of 18 centimeters circumference. Move out a little bit. 18 centimeters circumference to wear this well because it is very large. It's thick, it's broad, it is massive, and the weight is something you cannot ignore. So you really need it to fit well so it'll sit well. Taking a look at the case itself, it's fairly simple. You can see here we've got satinated flanks. This is a pre-owned watch, so there are some little marks on it, but it's in excellent condition overall. We have a little bit of a teardrop undertuck to the lugs, which are blended into the case band. Polished lug hoods, all three of them. We have a little hinged cover for the crown. So in order to create the impression that this watch has a visually proportional crown, they create a little canteen-like cap. So this is almost like the old canteen aquatic watches that would have a cap for water resistance. This is here for aesthetic reasons, and you can see it has little steel pin snap bearings in there, so it has smooth action. The crown itself is easy to use and smooth to wind. You can use it for setting of the two white gold and faceted modified Dauphine hands. I say modified because their centers aren't precisely like a traditional Dauphine. We have radially arrayed and stylized Roman numerals. And just to be clear, some people are going to look at the color of those lacquered numerals and wonder if they're loomed. They're not. It's not a loomed watch. It does, however, have the Roger Dubuis Celtic Cross Flying Tourbillon, and that is the shape being referenced. It is beautifully decorated, polished, and beveled in steel. It is a 1-minute tourbillon, which means it makes one full circuit each minute, and with a little index that acts as the seconds hand for the watch. We have a precious metal micro rotor that includes a sunburst pattern on its top, an unusual cut that's only been seen, at least by my eyes, on this specific reference. It's different, it's attractive, I like it. Fun to have the two most animated elements of the watch, the micro rotor for winding and the tourbillon, on the same side, so you don't actually have to take the watch off the wrist. Now, if you were to take it off the wrist, you would see that the movement is large. On the back, we have the RD520. And all this is water resistant, as you can see, down to 50 meters. So not a swimmable watch because it's not a screw down crown, but better than a standard dress watch. 60 hours of power reserved. All beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, 26 joules with a flying tourbillon. The movement is large at 33.75 millimeters in diameter. And it features Poisson de Genève finish, as you can see, the Geneva hallmark. And it's a little bit difficult to show this to best advantage because I am dealing with a strap that I cannot dismount and part in the center, but you can see handsome stripes across the bridges, beveling on their edges, solarization on the ratchet wheel and the barrel cover, satination of the train wheels, and then polishing of screw heads, as well as beveling within the jewel and screw sinks. It's a very good looking movement, well done. Again, Geneva seal, this is like a Viking that's gone to finishing school. He's still a Viking, but with refinement and polish. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.